So, here's how it starts. Revelation 12 verse 1 starts with, "A great sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars on her head." Now this woman represents something big. God's people, Israel, or maybe the church. She's carrying a child, and that child is special. Verse 5 tells us, "She gave birth to a son, a male child, who will rule all the nations with an iron scepter." That's Jesus. He's the one who will rule over everything. But there's a problem. There's a dragon in this story. Verse 3 says, "Then another sign appeared in heaven, an enormous red dragon with 7 heads and 10 horns. That dragon is Satan, and he's waiting to destroy the child as soon as he's born." But here's the good news. Verse 6 says, "The woman escapes to a place God prepared for her, and the child is taken up to God, his throne." Satan loses. He couldn't stop Jesus, and he can't stop God's plan. So what's this story really about? It's about how God always protects his plan. Jesus came into the world, Satan tried to stop him, but he failed. And just like God protected the woman and the child, he protects us too. This reminds us that no matter how big the enemy looks, God is bigger. His plan is unstoppable. The dragon might look scary, but he's already defeated because of Jesus. So remember this. The same God who protected the woman and brought victory through Jesus is the same God watching over you. Stay strong, stay in faith, and trust that God's plan always wins. Did you know there's a verse in the Bible that straight up exposes one of Satan's biggest weaknesses? Let me share it with you. In James 4 verse 7, it says, "Submit yourselves therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you." Now think about that for a second. Satan, the one who's always out here trying to mess with us, tempting us, and causing chaos, he runs away when we resist him. That's huge. It means he's not as powerful as he wants us to believe. But here's the key. It starts with submit yourselves to God. We can't fight Satan on our own. If we're trying to resist him without submitting to God, we're just setting ourselves up to fail. Submitting to God means trusting him, obeying him, and letting him lead. And once we do that, resisting the devil becomes possible. That might look like saying no to temptation, refusing to believe his lies, or praying when fear or doubt creeps in. Whatever it is, the Bible says that when we resist him, he flees. He doesn't just back off a little, he runs. Why? Because he knows he can't stand against the power of God in us. So, here's the takeaway. Satan's weakness isn't us. It's God working through us. Submit to God, resist the devil, and watch him flee. That's a promise straight from the Bible. All right, keep this verse in your heart and remember, you're not fighting alone. God's got your back. See you next time.